Hello guys, welcome to my SAS Jeep build, part number 19. Okay, today we are going to carry on with detailing the Jeep as well as the figures, but today the focus is mostly on the figures. Then I'll cover the straps. Okay, let me turn on the lights. Get some lights. Okay, but this one is gone. So in place, we shall call into duty my bicycle lights. Okay, it's reflected. So today on the Jeep, we'll deal with the straps, the catch that I made, and not the catch, the loop that I made, the straps here. This one will later will be taken out and replaced with a camouflage net. Camouflage net of never mind. I will show you any more of my diorama, my previous diorama, as well as picking out the particles of sands that was applied yesterday. Okay. Then off camera, I did some work. I've already did some work on the stick shift, the copper one that was made. So without wasting more time, let's get on with this. And as customary, I need some background music. Give me a few seconds. Get everything set up. So what do we have here? Some background noise, no music. Oh, Andrew Karamata again. Okay, let's go. Get you guys up high, so that can see some of the Jeep, and most of the work table. Okay, here goes. Hey, forgot to focus. Okay, focus. Okay, here goes. Now, this morning I thought of not doing this because detailing, not weathering the figure is actually covered. It's actually covered mostly on this diorama. Okay, it's actually posted on my YouTube. So I was thinking not showing this, how I do this to get to this stage. Okay, but anyway, here goes. Now for this one, I've already done some work to the what we call this one, turban, head scarf. Okay. By burning it with a lighter. Later we'll pick up more detail with washes. Okay. This is actually one of those, I think it's called a cigar lighter. This one is more useful and more than this. Also one of those windproof things. Now for the turban, actually I created some burns, but important thing is mostly now this head scarf is actually PVA soap. You just have to go over with the finger after, if it catches on fire. This is why I want to do this thing off camera. Okay, anyway, let's go. It's not like I'm going to burn the house down or anything like that. It's just that this sort of things take some concentration. Hey, yeah, one more thing. Previously in my video, I was mentioning all three have dragon bodies. It appears that this Perry May Perry May figure, I have at some point changed this the dragon body out to an old and not the old early type, easy and simple body, because the early type has roughly is shorter, so scale wise it's about 6 feet. Now Perry is actually a rugby player, an international rugby player. He's one of the early guys that actually David Sterling recruited. At the time of his recruitment, if I remember correctly, I never do any read up recently. But what was written, what I remember when I read David's autobiography back in the 70s. Okay, when Paddy was recruited, he was actually in jail, waiting to be court-martialed for drinking and fighting with his. I think he gave his superior officer a punch or something like that. Guys, we are seeing David Sterling is actually like what the black sheep fella. What's the fella? Pepe Bollington. They are cut off the same cloth. Let me catch some more images of this side. Again, it catches fire. Okay, some. I hope you guys don't find this boring. Okay, so we have gotten the head scarf to something like that. Okay, something like that. Now we go for watches. Now this is actually the same bottle of paintbrush cleaning solution that you see throughout all these episodes. What exactly the color inside, I don't know, because I just clean off my paintbrushes inside, and then hopefully I have enough of this used paint thinner for all three figures, and hopefully it's the strap. If not, I have to mix up some. Okay, so for this one, as usual, go through the seams. Go through the seams under the creases. Okay, so you will have something. I hope the camera can pick up. You have something like that, opposed to the side not done. Okay, the same applies to the turban or head scarf. Go for the creases. let the thing goes in, then the solution spread out to the surrounding area. Now this one is actually quite very thin. The solution is actually very thin. I use it to clean paint brushes. It's actually, I think, almost 100% thinner. Okay, when thinner is stored in a jar, open in a container, of course, obviously the room stinks. They are giving out vapor, but it works well. It works well in a hobby application because giving out those vapor, it actually denatured the thinner, make it weaker. Oh, this is also something I can't do it standing up. Give me a few seconds. I'm going for the recess area, and I'm using quite a lot. I think after this one I will mix with some other make a new batch purposely, and we'll continue because I don't want the shades to be so too badly off. No, but if you were to ask me what color is inside, offhand I can tell you they are silver. Okay, I you know those the silver dry brushing that I did. The brush is washed inside here. Then of course the usual colors that I use on the Jeep. Don't get too worried. You just maybe if you really can't talk and okay. Don't get too worried about all this. If you are unsure, test it on one of those areas that is invisible, like underneath the shirt. Okay. Your test area. Again, the seam. The seam line. Yeah, I think I mixed up a new batch. But before that, some splashes. Some splashes to tighten everything, including. Now this thing is actually, if we add lens up on the face, it won't do much because it's quite thin. So underneath the creases that I can't get. Okay, so we have the head scarf mostly done. The head scarf mostly done. Now, for this one, actually I also use this solution actually to what we call blend the shades on the faces also. Same solution. And remember, this has silver inside. The silver that I painted on. I face is getting to have that, you know, those. You just come back from combat, at least there's some gunpowder suit. Okay, for this same model, I also use it on faces. For David, actually, I made the mistake of freaking black, black on the skin previously. Yeah. So right now, I think we are going to make a new batch of this one because I'm running out. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a new batch. Out of, I think I saw some of the old one here. I wonder if it's still in. Yeah, some of the old ones. Yep, these are the ones. Cover the black, and we shall pour everything inside. What a waste. Some here. There's something. Okay, rinse out the bottles. And clean out my paintbrush at the same time. How should I do it? Okay, we basically have another. These three are actually washes. Okay, but at that point in time it was empty, so this bottle was actually quite full. So actually I pour it in as storage. So okay, we have a new batch of DIY wash. So David, off camera I did some to David's plans, everything overall. His so we shall remember this has red inside of it. More grit, almost. It needs to be a bit more dirty. Okay, so I think roughly, yeah. So we get on to this guy. Now back to Paddy May. Actually, after David was captured up. Oh, let me rephrase the story again. Okay. In the early days, SAS doesn't have jeeps. At that point in time, the British just invented commandos. Now, as commandos goes, even today, commandos actually do one of the most important qualification is actually parachute jumps. This is actually what the doctrine we have, or the SOP today we have for commandos is actually pioneered by the British. Not special forces yet, commandos. So at that point in time, getting behind enemy lines. Obviously, if you are going to have parachute, it has to be landed behind the enemy lines. Who want to have a parachute and then land on the front lines? Then you fight your way in. Okay. So the basic idea of getting behind the enemy lines was there. But for commandos, it's actually they do it in large numbers, brigades and divisions. Nowadays, I think we see it in companies, but because of the logistic and the firepower that can be brought to bear from far away, the air power, artillery, cruise missiles. Now for where was I? I really can't think and talk at the same time. Okay. So when David conceived the idea of SAS when he was injured in one of those parachute training jumps, he was actually in hospital. He came up with the idea of having a small groups of men behind enemy lines. That is the beginning of Special Forces, SF. Now, actually, on this point, I have a big argument with someone from the US years ago when I was doing the JEEP. Then I think on Facebook, it's not the spoken language, it's written. I think if you go back to some of the old posting, you might even see the guy there. The guy and his comment there. No, I have no arguments about this guy or something like that. This is actually what hobby is supposed to do. Scale military hobby to do. You will have some funny ideas, some pre-perceived ideas about oh yeah, my army is badass because we have the Navy SEALs. Yeah, the Navy SEALs is actually, they fought in Vietnam, gained a lot of experience. So right now they are the badass of the world, But I can tell you the US Navy SEALs actually met the SAS in Vietnam. The jungle skills that they learned is actually from SAS, but SAS they learned it from the Orang Aslis in Borneo. Okay, in Borneo during the Malayan conflict. But this is not something that to be marked against anyone. It's just that skill hobby brought out historical things like that to light. Then with what's the argument? We've debated views, differential views. Then obviously both parties, whether the guy that is winning the argument or losing the arguments, they will like to prove their point, reinforce their point, or what. They will do some more research. The losing part will do likewise to show that he's right. And then with research, trim defects. This is what skill hobby is about, preserving histories. Then most often is actually from the fighting man's perspective, not from the newspaper, not from the propaganda or the promotion by the government, which is what you see today in the Ukraine war. In the beginning, I was thinking this Ukrainian war is bullshit. So many things that doesn't make sense. But at that time the media was harping on what badass are the Ukrainian war. They will win this war, like the guerrilla kind of war. What you see in the media, what you hear in the media. But do you realize until now, until today, the Russian Air Force itself, I'm not talking about attack helicopter or all this, the Russian Air Force itself still haven't bombed anyone else yet. You just imagine with the Russian Air Force doing what the US Air Force is doing, preemptive strike, precision strikes. Okay, so back to research. There was mark that off as renting. Okay, back to this the story about Paddy. Now Paddy is actually after this David was captured. After David was captured on the, I think on the one of the early raids after they got the jeep, Paddy became the CEO of this SAS. I'm talking from memory, guys. If you are interested, nowadays they are Google. Go into Google. Not YouTube, Google. Because a lot of things need to be read in text, not by video and sound. Okay, so I roughly gotten this thing to a stage like that. Okay, to a stage like that, but both the hands are still not welded, and they have a different color. Okay, so we have gotten the uniform welded to a stage like that. It's subtle, but it's there. This area needs more. The craft area. Then obviously the inside lines. To a stitch like that. Now, okay, the same solution. Actually, this is actually one of those 6mm webbing I got from eBay. It's actually shiny. It comes with lots of color. This is actually 6mm bra buckle. I mentioned this bra buckle a lot of times. Okay, the same solution also goes to darken and take the shine off. Take the shine off this ribbon. I don't call it ribbon. I don't call it stripes or something military. It's actually I think they actually use this to wrap things like birthday. You know the box on the birthday cakes. In the obviously different color, like maybe pink or purple or red. I forgot when I searched for e-wheel, I forgot what was the term e-wheel used. It's something like a rib what lah? Okay, it's something like don't know rib what lah. Okay. There's some sunlight here. Okay, let's start some. Hopefully, we'll catch the change of color here. The sun has just came out. Okay, right now we'll go to the strap that was provided by Dragon. Now all this strap, I don't know whether they have lost the color through time, faded through time or what. They actually look very sick, very weak, not sick. They look weakly sick. Not a good thing. It's not advisable to do this because the CG is all wrong. The center of gravity is all wrong. Yeah, well, maybe we'll have one of those crash tests live.
Did you make some friends?
Okay, remember all this bracket is still not weathered yet. So I go over this with a bracket, then pick up with some other sheets later. Some, maybe some rust. And this set of jerry can plus the bracket plus the webbing plus the technical challenge actually cost me more time than the whole Jeep itself, off camera. Serious. The whole Jeep was actually stopped years ago. This is actually one of the issues. I can't figure out what to do. Then at that point in time, hobby as hobby goes, it's not the main focus of my life. I come to my workbench when I have time. So this thing actually got a sideline on the shelf. It's because of this jelly. One of the reasons. I can tell you one of the reasons. The other reason posted on YouTube years ago also is actually what you see on the media, what it represents even in YouTube, is actually doesn't make any sense. Why? I mean on the SAS Jeep itself. Not the man, please. Not the man. Okay, why? You know the picture that I had on my this one. That picture, actually is labeled. The SAS man came back from a 3-month raid, returning from base from a 3-month raid. You take an idea of this Jeep, okay? Put it in a family context. Maybe with you and your wife driving, no children. Just imagine getting a Jeep of this size, driving for 3 months without any support. Okay, which is what is supposed to be happen in the barren desert, without any logistic support. You don't have 7-Eleven, you don't have pit stop, you don't have truck stop for 3 months. without armaments. You can carry as much water, as much fuel you want, but no armament. You don't have to store magazine. You will have extra space on all these ones for 3 months. Does it make any sense? This is actually what happens when I think I built 1 or 2 of this Tamiya one in 35th scale. Then, but the thing doesn't hit me. When this thing comes out in 1/6, okay, when I start building this in 1/6, it just dawned on me, how are they going to survive? No, seriously, how are they going to survive? The graphic they got. There's simply not enough space to carry the logistics. Everything from ammo, spare part, the jack to turn the wheel, some oils, the piece of ledge. Not the ledge, the what we call the one, the catch or whatever. I probably need to go to the other side. Try not to knock on the camera. You think about it. Just you and your wife on a small jeep carrying a 3 month supply to go into the desert, or don't say desert. Go to one of your national parks for 3 days without any support. You can't buy any supplies. You know? Does it make any sense or not? Okay, so the same graphic, the other side. And we have a weathered gear stick. Which also, now this point actually also brought forth another realization. You know the US Navy SUV, SDVs, the guys that actually the logistic arm of this. Okay, right now I'm picking up doing washes on the sand. On the seats, because of the seats, some here, some there. Something was stuck. Okay, I think I'll pull you guys down to take a closer look. Okay. Now. Okay, a closer look. This is the wash that was applied. This one is still raw. There is some difference in shade. Then it's actually more blended in. Okay. It's actually more blended in. This is the gear stick lever that I used to flick on the planes. The straps now. Then the X handle, and the X that I did live yesterday. The painting. No, I gave birth to the X. The jerry can, the straps there, they're starting to give way. But obviously, more colors and shapes will be added. Okay, so basically, before, after. Now it's starting to look the part that, oh, the sand is inside there, maybe kicked with oil or something like that, instead of freshly blown in sand. So I think I end the video now at about 40 minutes. Okay. This sort of thing this sort of thing should be done off camera. Okay. I really can't think, talk and do at the same time, and I know for 1/6 most of the guys before after. Oh, okay, before I know for 1/6 most of the, as the hobby or as the hobby goes I know 1/6 a lot of people don't do weathering, they just buy fix and then buy fix or buy ready. Buy fix or buy ready, they don't actually go into stuff like that. But there are some changes. Yesterday's or the day's posting, someone actually contacted me regarding moving from 1 to 35th scale to 1 to 1/6. Did I make all this stuff or not? Then actually we did some chats on I think on Facebook. I think in one of the groups. So doing this one, hopefully, like what I said, hopefully I'm trying to get some small scale modelers into 1/6, and then hopefully some 1/6 modelers to do things like that. To enjoy their hobby, to get further enjoy the hobby, and you don't have to. And 1/6 there's no need to build 1/6 fragile. Okay, there's really no need to build 1/6 fragile. 1/6 has a very bad reputation of being fragile. It can be built, engineered to be more robust. I won't do a drop test on any of my diorama, but these 4 figures has done drop tests 2 feet, 3 feet with their gears on. You check out my earlier videos. Drop test. From here to here is 2 feet 5 inches, I think. Then usually I drop them from further up. The 1/6 shouldn't be built fragile. You check out my earlier videos on all these 4 with all the other gears on. Okay, so I think I end the rambling in the video here at 43 minutes. It's getting way too long. Okay, guys, see you in the next one.